Okay, so here we are. I apologize in advance. I'm not a native English speaker, so it might be a little awkward, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna present today the Spirit rescue and stabilization functions. I'll try to do as many as I can, different ones in one flight, I mean in one pack. It's a bit windy at times. Using Spirit-2 on my helis. This is Protos 500 or XL 480, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we're not here about that, just to present. So let's start. First thing, I'm gonna try to present a few rescue modes. So let's see. Okay, for a start, I have set rescue normal with 0 acro delay, which means right upon activation it will if the heli is closer to upright, it will just level to upright and go up, and after rescue expiry, which I have set to, I believe, 1.5 seconds, it will take on the hovering collective pitch, and you actually get control of the collective, but you still don't have control of cyclic until you disengage rescue. So yeah, let's start in a funny way. We're just gonna take off with the rescue activation. I don't know if you'll hear it. It's a little windy, but
panic.
This is what transmitter says. I'm using an old DX6. It says panic, but I'm not sure. Whenever I will activate rescue, I'm not sure you're gonna hear it. So let's go on and start up. Okay. I have quite high rescue collective pitch, that's why it's a bit fast. I like it that way, because if you're coming down towards the ground with a lot of speed, you want a higher collective pitch rescue to be able to stop the heli before it hits the ground. So let's take off, just pressing rescue. See, expired, and I have control of collective but no control of the cyclic. Now I disengage it. Okay, so that's how it looks. Sorry for a bit tail wag. I only have 6 channels on this radio, so it's the panic button, I mean the panic function or stabby function, whatever, is set to be activated with negative tail gain, but it's not in flight mode. It's okay, but when I switch to rescue, the gain seems to be a bit low. I have set it for with mixing, so that's the problem, but it doesn't matter for this presentation. Okay, so once again, just a normal rescue, and after 1.5 seconds it stops. I mean, it still goes a little bit up. I should probably decrease hovering collective a little bit to make it go stay just flat. Okay, so go inverted, activate again. See, drifts a bit, but it stays. I mean, it depends how it levels it. It depends also on the wind, but it stays nice and upright. See? Okay. activating. Now, as you could see right now in this move, it got a bit tricky. That's because this is normal rescue with no acro delay. So if you have it pointed straight down, I'm just gonna land now to not burn back for nothing. So if you're coming with the normal rescue, if you're coming with the momentum towards the ground, it can get dangerous because it's not so effective. It will always first level the heli to upright orientation, which means it can lose a bit of time. So now the next one is normal rescue with acro delay.
Throttle cut.
Just a little, so I can change it via integration. So now let's put acro delay to 0.6 seconds, like I believe it is basic setting from the start. Save setting. Okay. So what now it's going to do? It's going to, when I'm inverted and pressing rescue, I mean closer to inverted axis or orientation, sorry, it will first level to the closest flat orientation when I press rescue, whether it be upright or inverted, which means you save some time, and only after 0.0 seconds, which is acro delay that I set, it will level upright, but before that it will climb. So it's a lot more effective if you're coming with momentum towards the ground. This is actually the way I use rescue. I don't use stability modes, but I do use rescue quite a bit. It saves a lot of money. Okay, let's try it out, and then another later one I'll show acro rescue, full acro, no normal.
Panic off.
Okay, let's spin it up. Pretty strong gust right now. So yeah, upright, there will be no difference really. But inverted, you're gonna see it's first gonna add negative pitch, and after 0.6 seconds it's gonna start leveling the heli to upright position orientation. See, this is how it works then. I actually, as you can see, it stops climbing after 1.5 seconds. Yeah, that's because you can also have that disengaged. I don't use that. I usually just disengage rescue whenever I want it, but you can use it like this. I set it like this so you can see it stops, but you have to find the correct hovering pitch for your heli. Okay, so see, that's another one I want to show. Yeah, it doesn't control, it controls collective and cyclic. It doesn't control rudder, but it doesn't really matter, it will save anyway. So activating, see, you could even cheat a bit and say, yeah, I know how to do a pyroflip. Do one more. Okay, enough for this one. Have to see how much pack I got left. yeah, it's gonna be good, at least to show another one of the rescue modes that is just an acro rescue. In acro rescue, it's just gonna level the heli to any orientation, upright or inverted, the closest one that he feels it is, and it's gonna stay that way. So if you're inverted, it's gonna stay inverted. I mean, I know how to fly quite okay, but still I rather use a normal rescue with acro delay, because, you know, it can be, in the heat of the battle, it can be a bit strange. But you'll see it works just fine. So let's set it up through my TX. Oh,
Throttle cut.
yeah, throttle cut needs to be engaged to be able to enter manual, Spirit's manual. I don't know if it's seen on the screen. So function, rescue acro, okay. Rescue duration, 1.7, I have not 1.5. Hovering collective, everything. Yeah, stick priority. You know, the more the higher the number you will have some control over cyclic, but if the number is on 1, you have no control on cyclic. But that's how I want it when it's in rescue mode. Okay. Let me get to my screen.
Panic. Off. Normal mode.
So let's do another takeoff with the rescue. I mean, don't do this, but I do it just for fun. That's pretty fast. Okay, so yeah, as you see, now we're in acro, rescue acro mode. So upon activation, when it's upright, no difference. Okay, just let me have a little fun in between. Now, when you're inverted, it's just gonna stay that way. See? It's yeah, very effective, but you see the tail just do whatever I want it to do. But the rest is controlled by Spirit. So, as you can see, this is how acro works. It stays inverted. If it starts inverted, it stays inverted. Okay, that's pretty much covered the basics of acro mode. You still have some other more advanced adjustments of how aggressive it will try to do it, depending on what your transmission system can handle, so or you don't get a boom strike by accident. Rescue will always try to be as aggressive as it's allowed to save as quickly as possible, of course. So now let's do stabilization. We have a little more battery left. Stabilization. Okay, sorry. Again, Spirit menu. Now I set stabi function, set to stabilization normal. you don't have that many settings, just this direction control light. So direction control light, if it's set, it can be set from 1 to 5. If it's set to 1, it will be correcting the moves the most aggressively. So let's set it on 1 for start. Now the higher the number, the less it will try to counter your commands, or the less it will try to level your heli. So for now, let's have it in the most aggressive settings. Save. Okay.
Panic.
See,
On. Panic. On.
still the same button, but another function. Now I don't have rescue because only I have 6 channels. Doesn't matter. It's enough for me. And this thing works. I have it from all the beginning, but it works, so that's why I still have it. Okay. Let's spin it up. So, oh yeah. Now I'm still in normal. So yeah, this is just normal flying, no stabilization. If I keep it, it stays that way and goes into ground if you don't correct. Now engaging stabilization. Now stabilization is on. See, but it will still drift. It will level the heli, but of course I think that's normal for all those stabilization modes. Is yeah, I'm annoyed flying like this. It's really hard to make a nice momentum turn. It corrects all the time. I don't know what I tried to say. Yeah, it of course, in the direction where it has momentum, it will still drift. It will level up, but when you have momentum, it will drift, but it will stay nicely upright. Same for the aileron. And you can actually bank it pretty hard. Basically to 90 degrees. And if you lower that number, what's its direction, I don't know what, then you can just overshoot and go over, and it will upright the heli by itself, but losing some altitude, because while rescue controls cyclic also, collective also, besides cyclic, the stabilization only controls cyclic, it doesn't control collective, so it loses some altitude. If you say, now I go off this mode and put it inverted and just engage stabilization. See, I have to control collective to make it stop, but it turned it nicely. Oh yeah, landing and taking off. Okay, now it's on. Have it on the ground for however long it takes. It's not gonna start drifting or anything. This is Spirit, this is not other units. Okay, yeah. So we're still on. It's pretty windy. I don't know if you can even hear me anymore, but as you can see, this thing works pretty nicely. Okay. You see, it dropped the tail when I disengaged the self-level. Okay, so let's call it quits here. I'm down to 3.7, 22.1, 22.2 volts on the pack, and later on another flight I can show stabilization, acro, and that will be it for all that I want to show. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so here we are back with a fresh pack, fresh charge pack. Now the only thing left that I wanted to show is stabilization acro, which should allow us to move past the vertical axis to the inverted position and do the same in inverted position, same stabilization as it does in normal stabilization. Just the difference is that it will stabilize or level heli to the closest orientation, be that upright or inverted. Direction control rate, I keep it at 1. It's not really, I don't think you're gonna see the difference flying if I put it higher, because you have to fly and feel it, and you'll see what I mean. On this mode it's the most pronounced, that's why I keep it on number 1, but it's really annoying for me. You can't make a freaking nice momentum circle, let alone anything else. But you have to try it out for yourself and see which number, which value is the best for you. Okay, let's spin it up. Just a second. Yeah, okay. RPM if anyone is interested. Yeah, that's not I haven't activated, sorry. Okay, now it's activated. It's really windy. Okay, so yeah, you see, now we went past an axle and it's pretty much the same as upright. Of course, you have to keep that control of the collective, don't let it go into the ground. Damn, this is strange feeling. Really not used to this. Yeah, basically, how does it do? Let's see. Well, damn, it almost feels normal. How about this, how are they called? Wow. You see, it turned the heli upside because I went over the axle. Really funny. Strange actually. Wow. I can't, I'm so, oh yeah, it's just working so hard to level out. See, I can't even make that stall turn because, okay, on a start I can do it, but then it levels out itself immediately. Yeah, sorry about, oh damn it, it's so strange. I mean, yeah, I'm not used to flying in self-level mode, so it's really tricky flying around for me. You really have to push the sticks into the corners. Oh yeah, let's do a bit, you know, staying on the ground with self-level activated. Let's walk around a bit. Let's try. Okay, and fly again. No real drifting, you see, just the wind adds its tone a bit. Yeah, so that's it basically. That's all I wanted to show.